That is attached now, for sure. We're gonna let this dry for a couple minutes and then we'll come back in, do another coat. Welcome back to the garage. It's been a couple days, and I know that I said that the next time this quarter panel skin goes on the car would be the last. I lied. We went away on vacation and I mounted this on the car to prevent it from getting stomped as I moved around the garage, and I had the thought that maybe if I mounted it back on the car and left for a few days, the metal would kind of form itself to another. I don't think it made a difference. What I did do while we were away was order some weld-through primer off of Amazon. I chose this brand because Prime would have this at my house the day that I got back, and that's pretty much the only reason. We're going to be taking that and spraying it all the way around everywhere that I ground paint off of these skins, so that when we weld it on, we don't have to worry about anything rusting behind the panels. We'll be seam sealing everywhere in the OEM locations as best we can based off the quarter panel that we took off, and trying to do this seam along the top from the inside of the car. We have access right behind the strut tower. So I'm going to take this off, probably not for the last time. We'll prime it, and then we might even put it back on with some seam sealers. Who knows? Alrighty, another new day. Ended up falling into a food coma after dinner last night, so now we're gonna try doing a little seam sealer and putting this panel on the car. Primer is all dry, which is nice. So we're gonna fit this panel on and try to follow the path of the seam sealer on the old panel that we took off of the Sedan, because I already took the part that we cut and threw it in the garbage. So we're just gonna make it up as we go. So this is the driver's side Sedan rear quarter panel that we took off of the rear cut, and that is all of the seam sealer that is still on the quarter panel. So we're going to take our seam sealer and come right up the rocker and on the inside of this fender lip here, all the way around, and we'll follow our line down by the side of the bumper in this cutout and right back up. I'll show you. So right here on the inside, and follow our line nice and thick like we had to deal with on the other cars, and come up and then straight across the front of here. No, this right on this line right here, and then all the way across this front face. Fill this area in as well as we can, and it looks like there was some right along this area, so we'll do that too. I'm also going to fill in all my cuts for the fender, hide those up nicely. There's no reason to fill those welds, particularly because I'm better with seam sealer than I am with a welder, and it'll be waterproof either way. So I think that is going to be the plan. And then we will also try to do this seam probably post welding after we weld. We'll try to get it from the inside of the car as best we can. I don't know how much there really is we can do about it. I might try to run a very slim bead along the edge. Does it even matter? Probably not, right? Maybe we'll skip that. But we're going to go down everywhere it connects up in here. Maybe even a little bit on the edge right there as well. Let me cut this thing open. Need another glove. Oh. I didn't get any of putting that on the car. Matt, you utter moron. Well, I got it all in the car. I slopped the goop all on the insides here to seal this whole area up. I missed a little bit with my stuff over here, but actually that's not a big deal at all. Am I at least on freaking camera now? I am, okay. While I have some of this, can't see. I mean, really, that's all I can do at the moment. Everything else is just kind of up to throwing some tack welds in places and then seam sealing the rest of it. We are adhered to the car. Pretty much killed this entire tube, which is good. It's okay. That's actually great. Everything else is going to get tack welded and then seam sealed from the inside, so that's good. I'm happy with this so far. I am very unhappy with myself in that I did a poor job recording. Okay, I am very unhappy with myself that I did that. So let me take you in close for a tour. Messed with our seam sealer along this side, but that's okay actually, because it will weld along the edges and then seam seal over everything. We seam sealed up our little cut, fold, and weld right there. You can see all of the seam sealer along the inside. Oop, geez, that is slopped in just like OEM, and all the way up the side there. I know that there's seam sealer all the way up this edge on the outside of all those clecos, and I know that there's seam sealer all the way along the inside of that lip, along the outer face. Seam sealer all the way down there, so that's good. And I put a little bead right around the rocker. Threw a couple clecos in to hold the rocker in place in the whole arch, which is good. I don't know how much of the seam sealer made its way to touch the inside of the body there, but I don't really think it matters at this point. Missed one cleco in that position, but that's okay. We have none left at this point. So the panel is completely adhered to the car, which is pretty crazy. Pretty crazy night, minus the crickets just going nuts in the background. So we used an entire tube of seam sealer to do that. Also, what we did with the seam sealer, I don't know if you're going to be able to see. I should probably come down and do it again. Yes, I'm going to seam seal up this inside edge where I extended the arch. You'll see some of it coming through from where I did. I'm going to do that real quick. And then that'll do it, actually. We kind of kicked butt. I apologize for not showing you all the way. That is on me. I'm going to. All right. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. I'm sorry that I recorded my feet for a good portion of that. I was panicking and I didn't realize. But we have it seam sealed onto the car. Got a cleco there, but that's quite okay. I used it elsewhere. Next step from here is to start tack welding it in place. I'm going to do a little bit more research on how to do that with my welder. Figure out if there's any ways to kind of cool the weld so that we don't get any oil canning. I don't think it'll be too big of an issue. And we're going to go from there. Once we get that all done, we'll start. We shouldn't have all of that much to do, but we can start kind of blending these panels together, and hopefully there's not all that much work that needs to be done there. I don't believe there will be. I think we're doing pretty dang good so far, and that's for sure. We're all locked in place. This is pretty good. Okay, what I should have done in the first place is mask off things that I didn't want to get wrecked. So now that it's the next day and I had an opportunity to spend some money at Home Depot, sanctioned by my wife, we're going to mask the window. And then maybe mask off any other things that we don't want to get wrecked. I also want to try to cover up this whole area. I'm not sure entirely how to do that so that I can start doing a little bit of welding. We might just take it, you know, one piece at a time. The other thing that I did is completely take apart and clean my auto darkening welding helmet. So I would rather use this. I have no idea if it even works, so we're gonna give it a little bit of a test. What do I have? I'm just gonna take this little piece of scrap steel. Quick test, just to see if we darken. We do. Right underneath the smoke alarm again, but that's okay. Anyway, we know that that works. It works pretty well, so that is good. Well, we didn't burn the car down yet. I am getting a little bit warm in here, and it's a little bit smoky. I think I need a little bit of fresh air. Auto darkening helmet is only partially blinding me, so that's a massive improvement over where we were at. There's ash floating around in the air. Not sure what that's about, but we're dealing with it. And the quarter panel is definitely now permanently attached to this car, which is a huge step in the right direction. And honestly, it's not bad whatsoever. Oh, those are good welds. Heck yeah. Alright, we're going to take a break there, because it's about dinner time. We'll see if we come back down tonight, but progress is being made. Oh, okay. It is post-dinner. I am full to the point where it's almost painful. And now I'm going to suffocate myself a little bit more working down here in the garage and welding. Most of these spot welds are pretty dang good. I might try to fill in a couple of these a little more. And we'll start systematically removing some of these clecos, which is nice. And there's a cricket that's driving me up a wall. So, one thing at a time here. A couple little tacks in across the top up here as well. I might try to do that first, or at least one of them. Another thing that I did is I have some air now to try to cool the welds down just a little bit so that we don't end up oil canning this seam. I think that'll help a little. cool. Sick of that thing flying open. How does it go? Just pop in like this, right? And then if I rotate it, it stays in place. Which means now, but it should spring open. Hopefully. Did it? It did. Oh, heck yeah. Coming together. All right. Took a little time to hang out with the wife. Still happy with how this is going. I am going to continue throwing little spot welds along all these seams, trying to fill it in as best that I can. I don't know how much is going to matter. I definitely need to try to do right along in here too. That's a little bit tougher. I'm going to also elect to use the large air compressor because this little one is just, it's not cutting it, you know? So I'm going to get that ready and we're going to continue on. That's attached, you know, that is attached now, for sure. Oh, all right, I gotta air it out in here. This is craziness. Jeez, all right, I need some water and some fresh air. That's all she wrote for the minute. What I want to do, get this out of the way. What I want to do is break out the angle grinder with the flap wheel, and in all honesty, I did a little bit right here already, and clean up all of these welds and flatten it all out so that I can see exactly where I missed and if I need to add a little bit more. And if I do, I will. If not, we're going to be adding some seam sealer all around and doing everything. And kind of working our way and starting the whole process of seam sealing and finishing this panel up. So once we are done with welding and grinding, seam sealer, wait for that to dry, sand that, body filler, sand that, more body filler, sand that, and then paint it, I guess. I don't know. The Cricut is going. My wife is running on the treadmill doing her workout, so there's just a cacophony of noises going on in the garage, but that is quite okay because I'm gonna make the most right now. I have contacts in today, so I will be wearing actual eye pro, not just safety squints, if I can find them. Here we go. I don't have ear pro though. I probably should. Right? Right. Oh man, she is having a Peloton party up there. Don't sleep on Peloton either. Those classes are freaking awesome. They have classes for everything. They're great. I do some of the strength training and stretching classes. Gotta keep this figure up somehow, right? No. This figure is fueled by NOS energy drinks and whatever free snacks I can get at work. actually. I do know that I still have a bulge here. I really don't know what to do with. Oh, do I cut it more? I feel like I need to cut it more. Ow, and that's hot. That is hot as heck. But, is this Bondo? Is that why this is so thick? I don't know. Well, we're gonna have to try to weld it up. It's frustrating. I paid a good amount of money. A good amount of money for this rear cut, and like this panel was mangled. Like, that's frustrating to me. There's no more bulge, there's just a big ass freaking dent. Maybe if I can take this dolly. It's in a bad area though. I just don't think my welder or my welding skills are fully up to the task here. This area needs to go down. Okay. Well, I made a good mess here. I should probably try to vacuum some of it up. I'm gonna do that real quick. I'll be right back with you. So it has come to my attention after I finished vacuuming here, I did a quick Google search, that I'm not supposed to apply seam sealer to bare metal. Ugh. So what I'm gonna do is prep every area here that is to receive seam sealer for primer. I will get some primer tomorrow. We'll prime it, wait for that to dry, and then we'll seam seal. That also involves removing the seam sealer from the bare metal area over here that I already put it on. And I guess we do have to prep. Oh, I didn't grind any of this away. We're gonna grind this away real quick, I guess. All of these unpainted surfaces need to have the seam sealer removed because I didn't read the instructions. And it's like not even cured, so it's just gonna completely gum this wheel up, which is fantastic. I guess I need to scrape away as much as I can first, which is just wonderful. Can't wait to go back through when I finally get around to editing all of this and being like, wow, that was like a year and a half ago, because it takes me as long to edit as it does to build a car, if not longer. This stuff is awesome. This Duplicolor Automotive Prep Series Prep Spray. It strips everything. It's pretty awesome. Oh, that's exactly what it's doing. Got myself good. What the heck was that? A little piece of the wire wheel that's stuck in here? It is. Oh. Dang. That one hurt. So we went to AutoZone, we grabbed some automotive prep spray, because I really like this stuff. We'll be cleaning up all of our weld surfaces prior to using primer with it. And then some sealer primer over that area, and then we can seam seal. So that is the plan. I got these shop towel, industrial paper towel things a while ago, so we'll use those. Grab our prep spray. Shake cans for 2 minutes. Okay. Well, we're going to do that for about 15 seconds because nobody actually does it for 2 minutes. That's ridiculous. crickets are ridiculous. There's a horsefly in here now, and I hate horseflies. I don't know where my fly swatter is. On the opposite corners of my garage. It's just insane. They never stop. Okay, well, there we go. I still haven't decided what to do about this rocker panel area. I gotta figure that out. Might have to do some more welding, but we'll see. This is all nicely primed up though. We gotta do another coat in a little bit, but that's okay. We'll seam seal over the top. We'll be good to go with that. I guess I should do the rocker. I'm gonna do my best to show you. I don't really have all that much room in here. Finally got a little mask that would fit underneath my welding helmet, so I'm not breathing in all of that crap. It's probably a good thing. I already primered everything, so I don't really have a very good spot to use as a conductor, so I'm just gonna do my best right in this area, I guess, and try to weld this together a little bit. So give it a shot. Okie dokie. We're gonna let this dry for a couple minutes, and then we'll come back in, do another coat, and then I think we're ready for seam sealer. In the meantime, I'm gonna vacuum this area up once again and get it a little bit cleaner because I made another mess. But good progress.